Hey, you're watching Sunday Night with Tony. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you know, I'm here on my YouTube channel every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Well, as usual, we're going to start off tonight's show with me answering 3 questions. Now, I get these questions throughout the day from my clients, through text, through email. Maybe somebody at the grocery store knows that I'm a personal trainer, and they ask me questions. Really good ones sometimes, a lot of the times. There's no such thing as a bad question. If you don't know, always ask. Then you'll never have to ask again in the future unless you get the wrong answer. So so the 3 questions I chose for you tonight, I think, are really good ones. I got a lot of good ones, but these are the best ones for tonight. And next time, I'll try to delve into some other ones as well. So the first one we're going to tackle, I got one, and she asked, how long should my workout be? Well, that's a good question. For every single person, as I always say, it's different. There's no individual, or there's no one answer for everybody. Okay, so what's right for me may not be right for you. My goals are always going to be a little different than yours, or we could have the same goals, but we have a different body type. There's so many different angles and different situations, but there are a few rules I believe that everyone should try to stick to as far as parameters go. So I believe that when you're in the gym, if you're doing strength training, I believe that 45 minutes is more than enough. An hour, okay, I mean that's fine, but 45 minutes to an hour, try to stick within that realm. The reason I say this is when you're working out, you should be sticking strictly to your rest periods. So I believe if you're doing 6 exercises or 9 exercises and you're supersetting, let's say you're supersetting those exercises, and you are sticking to a 1-minute break in between each one of those exercises, it shouldn't take you that long. It shouldn't take you 2 hours to finish a workout. So unless you are adding cardio to that after your workout or before your workout, and you're doing strength training, I really don't believe that your workout should go over an hour. I've seen it go over an hour, I've seen it go 2 hours, but typically that person is just stretching their workout, the rest periods, for entirely too long. So they're doing a set of bench presses, or they're doing a workout, then they sit and look at their phone for 5 minutes, then they go chat to their friend, like, hey Bob, what's going on? How was the game? And they talk for 5, 6, 7 minutes, then they jump back on and they do their next set. Or they're watching TV and seeing what's going on with the news or Hurricane Erica. So when you're in the gym, if you're focused and you are sticking strictly to your rest periods, I don't believe that you should go over the hour. It'd be almost impossible unless you're doing an absorbent amount of exercises. Okay. Also, your muscles, like when you're working out, there comes a point when you're getting diminishing results. Okay, so again, if you're trying to gain muscle, of course you want to push yourself, but you also don't want to burn too many calories. You don't want to exhaust yourself too much. You don't want to get to the point where there's muscle breakdown to the point where it's going to be extremely hard for you to recover before your next workout. So shoot for 45 minutes to an hour, really focused workouts, sticking to your rest periods, get in and get out, foam rolling, stretching, and if you're going to do cardio, go ahead and do your cardio, then get out of the gym, and then focus on your recovery, focus on your nutrition, focus on your sleeping. Those are the things that you should really be focusing on, because when you're in the gym, you're not building muscle, you're not gaining muscle, you're just breaking down your body and it's setting it up so you can recover and build back stronger in between those 2 workouts. I hope that answered her question. And the next question that I got here actually is, how many times a week should I do cardio? Well, with cardio, as you know, doctors do recommend that you do some sort of cardio every single day. Now, a lot of us, when we think of cardio, we think, jumping on the treadmill and just going full speed for an hour. That's not cardio. I mean, that is cardio, but cardio is anything that gets your heart rate up higher than what you typically, where it's typically at homeostasis or at rest. So even if you go walk for 15, 20, 30 minutes during your lunch, or the whole hour, if you're really trying to you stack the fact that they're working out hard 3, 4, sometimes 6 days a week, and they're not getting enough nutrients. That's a recipe for trouble. So if you are pushing your body to the limit in the gym, you know, protein and then also a multivitamin, so you can get some get those nutrients that you need that you're not getting in your meals throughout the whole day. That's very important. And then the third one that I'm a really big fan of, as I said before, is glutamine. That one is, you know, I like it. There haven't been any, as far as when I studied it, before I talked to my doctor, as far as research goes, there haven't been any side effects, any negative side effects from glutamine that I've seen reported, and that's why I really like it. Yeah, you do have to make sure that you're hydrated, but that's a given. You know, anytime you want to stay hydrated anyway. But that's one of my personal favorites. That's good for me. So protein, multivitamin, glutamine, that's been the ultimate recipe for me. The glutamine has helped me recover, you know, twice as fast as my body typically would recover. And it's perfectly legal. They sell it at several of your stores, you know, GNC, Vitamin Shop, wherever you like to go online. I just say go high quality, don't skimp on it. You know, same thing with your protein. If you're going to get it, you might as well go ahead and spend a couple, you know, $10 extra or $10 or $15 extra to get the best that you can get. So yeah, so those are the answers to those 3 questions. I think those are just my opinions, mixed with a little bit of science and research. But again, always check with your doctor and what works with your body, because those things might not work for you. But if you do find that they work for you, great, and just play around. You know, there's no penalty for to dabbling in different types of legal substances as far as supplements go. So, you know, play around, find out what works for you, and when you find what works for you, just stick with it and keep pushing. All right? All right, so those are the 3 questions for tonight. Remember, I'm here every single Sunday night at 8 p.m. I would love it if you subscribe down there. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below as well, and I will answer them for you. And I might be able to get them on the next show, next Sunday at 8 p.m. So I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. This one was a little shorter than last time. Next Sunday, we're actually going to have a special guest, so that's going to be really awesome. Somebody in the industry as well that I look up to. So it's going to be really cool to sit down and ask them a couple questions, see where they're coming from, see what they did to get the physique that they currently have. So be sure to tune in next Sunday at 8 p.m. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. Remember, you can do anything you put your mind to, and if anybody tells you you can't do something, don't listen to them, because obviously they're telling you because they haven't done it, and why would you take their advice? Get around people doing what you're doing, get around people that have done what you've done, and be inspired. Stick with your dream and stick with it until you make it. All right, guys, you guys have a great weekend. Make sure you prepare for a great week. Monday is going to be awesome, and I'll see you guys later this week. Stay focused.